welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about starchy foods, carbohydrates, and how you can harness these in your weight loss plan. So weight loss is not about cutting out any food group from your diet. I think I've said this in my previous videos. It's about eating a balanced diet, and to do so, because we want to make lifelong changes that are sustainable, you can't say you're cutting out carbohydrates completely. It's just not feasible in general for most people. What we would rather recommend is eating healthy quantities of carbohydrates so that you can still enjoy your life, enjoy your meals, and keep a healthy weight whilst doing so. So what does a healthy quantity of carbohydrates in a day look like? Typically, about 1/3 of your meal, the quantity of your meal, should be carbohydrates and starchy foods. So the British Health Association recommends eating 7 to 8 portions depending on your weight and your weight loss plan. That's in a day, about 7 to 8 portions. Okay. Then the reason why it's essential to choose natural and unprocessed carbohydrates is because they contain fiber in them, and so they help you stay full for longer. And one thing you want to do when losing weight is to not be hungry, because being hungry worsens cravings and then makes you reach out for unhealthy foods to satisfy those cravings. So you want to go for natural carbohydrates, natural starchy foods, like your regular staples in your country. So it's a good idea to choose high fiber, whole grain options when possible. It's good to eat rice, pasta, but then it may be helpful to weigh them out or measure them out at least once so that you can see what those measures look like, and then plan how you'll be eating them in time to come. I must say that when you're actively trying to lose weight, it is helpful to cook at home, to weigh your food at home, or to at least measure it at home, because when buying out, the food comes in pre-packaged in a package or in a container, and sometimes you feel the need to eat the whole thing in order for it not to go waste, but that isn't always the case. So what does your portions look like? So 1 portion of bread would be 1 slice, a medium thickness slice of bread. So you could take, say, 2 as part of your breakfast, and that becomes 2 portions. So you still have 5 portions to eat at lunch and supper of your carbohydrates, your total daily carbohydrate needs. And then also, if you want to get the most out of your carbohydrates or starchy foods, opt for healthier cooking options. So it's better to eat a boiled or a roasted plantain than a deep fried one, because the oil adds calories to that. Yam, if it's yam, we're looking at 2 egg-sized pieces or 60 grams of yam, boiled yam. 60 grams of boiled yam would be 1 portion. So if you want to eat 2 portions, then you can eat 2 slices of yam at your meal. So I think that even looking at this would show you that you may be eating too many portions, and so that is the cause for your increased weight. And I tell you from experience, initially when you start out, it is a bit difficult adjusting from just eating till you feel very full to eating just enough. But you do adjust, and when it becomes a habit, it becomes natural, and it takes about 12 weeks to build and consolidate the habit. So I encourage you to stick with it. Yes. So I'm going to read through more of these portion sizes. So 1 portion is 2 tablespoons or 20 grams of muesli. If it's Weetabix, 1 biscuit of Weetabix. Shredded wheat, 1 biscuit of shredded wheat. For bread or toast, as I already said, 1 slice medium thickness makes up 1 portion of bread. If it's a bread bun or roll, you want to go for half of a large bun, so about 30 grams of bread. And if it's pita bread, that's the flat unleavened bread, you're looking at one small pita bread being one portion. Meatloaf, one small slice of meatloaf. If it's crackers, you're looking at about 3 crackers being one portion. So there's a lot of information there which I suggest you check out. Potatoes, 2 egg-sized potatoes, and plantain, 1 medium-sized plantain. Egg noodles, about 25 grams, 3 heaped tablespoons of cooked noodles, so 25 grams dry, or about 80 grams of cooked noodles. So it is helpful to have a kitchen scale that you use for weighing out your food, but like I said, if weighing out your food is not enough, then portion sizes is the way to go. And I really would encourage you to visit the British Health Association for pictures of what these portion sizes look like. We will be talking about proteins and dairy proteins and then non-dairy proteins in the next video.